How can you promote your book as an author, as a writer, as a creative with the power of your pen? I've worked with a lot of authors, whether they've had book deals with major publishing houses or they've been self-published, and there are key things that come up time and time again which I really wanted us to explore today. I'm going to spend a few moments on each of these key things that will hopefully help you. So if you've just published your book, or if you've already been publishing your work, if you're already an author but you just need a refresher, these are some key ideas, key strategies that I really want you to consider and to think about when it comes to promoting and publicizing your book, promoting your book so that you can get more sales, because ultimately you're trying to sell your book, and you can increase your confidence as an author. So first things first, the first thing you need to do is to understand the business of selling your book. So that means either have a conversation with sales team or somebody in sales, an independent salesperson, a marketing professional, a PR professional like myself. Understand the process of selling your book. So we've got the book sales, the actual physical selling it, getting into shops, getting it onto online stores, SEO, improving your search engine optimization in terms of how do people find your book, depending on the type of book, is it fiction or non-fiction, making sure it's best placed, right, so people can buy your book, the selling of it, the marketing of it, the advertising of it, the promotion of it, getting it out there so people know about your book. So the understanding of how do people know about your book, okay? And then the publicizing, the PRing, the media framing of your story and of your book. And so quite often people merge all of these activities, but actually they're separate. They come together and work together when it works really well. Ooh, beautiful. Sales, marketing, advertising, PR, but it's a process and you have to understand the process. So after you've watched this video, go and do some work in terms of understanding the differences between sales, marketing, advertising, PR, but also which of those core elements are important for you. They're all important, by the way, hint hint, but which of those core elements you need to do the work on, or do you need to speak to somebody in terms of investing in their services. If you're self-published, sometimes even if you do have a publishing deal or you're working with a major publisher, you might want to invest in something. This is where somebody like me comes useful. So for example, with the PR strategy, I can help with your media training. So when you get interviews to talk about your work and talk about your journey, are you confident in how you are conveying that message? You understand? And also, you know, securing those kind of interviews, I can also help with doing that. But that's part of the process. So make sure you understand the business of selling your book. Understand your audience. Sometimes authors get caught up in talking to other authors or other writers. It happens. But you have to think about who is the audience? Who are the people who are going to buy your books? Who are they? What do they look like? Do the work. Again, in an ideal world, you'll have a team, you'll have people who will help you to do this. But I think it's really, really useful. It's really, really useful because you are, look, as an author, you are CEO of your words. CEO of your literary empire. I know that's quite a capitalist way of putting it, but I'm trying to make this simplistic for you. You are the boss of your work, right? Even if you've got an agent or a manager or all the other people in the mix, you ultimately have to understand everything that goes on behind the scenes. So you have to understand and know who your audience is. So who is your audience? Look at some of the authors that you admire. Look at some of the people who you respect. Who, you know, how are they communicating to the people who are buying their books? Who is your audience? What do they look like? Where do they go? What do they watch? What do they listen to? Really do the work to do an analysis of your audience, of the people who you want to buy your book. Because once you understand who they are, it makes it so much easier for you to communicate how to communicate your book, communicate your message, and promote your book so they can buy your book from you or from the sources that I spoke about earlier. What is your message? What is the story? What is the book about? You can do the work to promote the book itself, but you can also work on your personal brand and tell your own story if you feel comfortable. So what is your message? What is your story as an author? That's in PR terms, that's a really good way of building the relationship. Remember, PR is public relations. Building the relationship between yourself and your audience. So who are you as an author? What was your journey to success and to achieving the success that you've already achieved? But also, what's the message that you want readers to be left with upon reading your book? Why have you written this book? Why? Not just what the story is about, but why does your book matter? Why does your book matter? I want you to work on building a community. That's the next big thing, building a community. So this is why it's good to understand your audience, but also it's why it's good to, you've got your established networks. You're an author who hopefully you've been networking with other authors or other people in the publishing industry. Build that community. Your community will amplify your work. If you stay connected with your community, they will amplify your work. They will share, they will support you when things are tough. They will shine a spotlight when things are going really, really well. So think about how you're utilizing and honoring your community. And finally, how are you communicating with your audience, with your community? How are you communicating the message about you as an author, but also the message about the book? How are you communicating? So, do you have a website? Are you actively using social media? In this digital age, you can't run away from it. Even if you choose one platform and intentionally use it, find it, use it, and use it consistently, okay? I'd say more than one, ideally, but if you can only use one, find that one. And remember, the one that speaks to your audience, not just the one that you like. Because often the one that we like is not necessarily the one that's going to have the best impact, right? So we've got do you have a website? Do you have social media? Are you getting out there? Are you at events? So even if you're not speaking at events, are you networking? But if you can, find opportunities to speak. Are you speaking at festivals? Are you investing in the continual promotion of your book? So even if it means, hosting your own event, and you can host events online now. You don't have to physically spend huge amounts of money to host events. Are you connecting with people who will amplify your work and who will share it so that you can continue to write, so you can make those book sales and you can continue to write? Now, I hope this video has made sense. I'll leave some more nuggets and pearls of wisdom in my caption and comment section below. Please do share, and if you've got any questions, leave them, and hopefully I'll get a chance and opportunity to answer them. Don't forget to subscribe. Take care, and thank you so much for watching.